All right, let's talk about Jordan Love. I don't know if there's a single player I've made more preseason videos on than Jordan Love. Feels like every preseason I'm making videos on all of his games, but you know what? It's for a valid reason. Very fascinating player. Let's talk about the good and the bad. It wasn't perfect, but there was some great stuff in here from Jordan Love. So let's start it off, and let's start off with this play, which is going to be a play action rollout towards the top of the screen. You see, multiple routes going up towards the top of the screen. Hopefully in the zone coverage, guys get out of position. One slight critique of this play call, it's the preseason, so I'm not actually critiquing it, but one issue with the play call is you're playing the New England Patriots, who do not get themselves out of position very frequently. Watch how when Jordan Love runs this play action, while guys did, play the play action at first, getting back in position pretty quickly to where Love, there's two guys we see on the screen, two eligible receivers we can clearly see on the screen. Also, you can see half of Christian Watson, on the sort of on the Packers logo right here, but that would be a tough throw. That appears to be where Jordan Love is looking, but it would just be a tough throw to get it over the players covering the middle of the field. So the other two guys, you could just throw it to the one who's currently standing up. It'd be weird to throw it to the one who's on the ground, right? So you could throw it to the one who's standing up and get a couple yards. Love doesn't want to do that, but you have to make a decision quickly. And to be honest, Love makes an odd call here. Love holds on to the football and then eventually does throw it to the guy who was on the ground, and that could have been a disaster. I mean, best case scenario was it was being a completion for 0 yards, which I guess makes the completion percentage higher, but still wouldn't help you in the game. And worst case scenario, that could have been a tipped up pass, maybe even an interception if something goes terribly wrong. So as a whole, it was also a bit of a high throw, but kind of had to get it over the it was. I don't blame him too much for making an off balance throw a little bit high, but that's part of why you don't make that decision in the first place, is you're going to be in a weird spot. So again, I think he just hesitated and then finally made a decision. You can throw the ball away. That's allowed in football. You're outside the pocket. Just throw it into the stands. You're good. That's probably what he should have done. There was also this play, which okay, listen, I'm not going to sit here and say this is a disaster or anything. I don't even know if this is his fault. But again, I'm going to talk about all of the negatives and all of the positives. So we're kind of starting off with the negatives before we get to the positives, of which there were plenty of positives, I thought. But yeah, this is just, watch what happens. You see that the snap is just off, and it didn't look like Love was ready for it when it happened, which resulted in it going behind him. I think that's just a bad snap. I can't really get a great angle on it, so I'm not sure exactly. Maybe maybe I missed an angle where they showed it clearly. This is all I could see. So again, something to clean up, whether that's Love's fault or whether it's not Love's fault. Something the Packers just in general will have to clean up. The old Peyton Manning expression is that having a botched snap one time in a season is one too many. You should never have it happen. Now, obviously mistakes are going to happen, but just, something to have to clean up. Not an issue, not a concern. Just it's something that's why you play preseason, to get this stuff down now when the games don't matter. This play is something that you could really argue either side on. This is I kind of love these plays when it's like you get several people that are smart when it comes to football to watch a play, and you'll get them to disagree on this type of play probably, which is the kind of plays that I like to talk about because they're interesting. So it's again going to be a play action. Love's going to roll out towards the bottom of the screen. So he's going to be throwing against his body if he continues to throw off balance when this play begins. Watch how Love, again, runs the play action, rolls out towards the bottom of the screen. You have a player who is, in a way, open. Right? Here's the way to look at it. If it's, a river and everyone's going downstream, yes, you can hit this player. That's absolutely something you can do. The issue is it's not a river. And if a New England player reads this, who's further towards the bottom of the screen, and then just stops, then that route is now not open. Also, like I said, Love will have to throw across his body right here. This would be an awkward throw. Quite frankly, the way I view this is a Brett Favre play. Brett Favre would make these throws, and sometimes it would work, sometimes it wouldn't. As of right here, it isn't a disaster, but honestly could have been. Ends up being incomplete and maybe had a chance of being intercepted. So these are the kind of things that, listen, this is part of who Jordan Love is. He takes chances, and for better or worse sometimes. But okay, let's talk positives, because like I said, this was a mostly good game, I thought. Those were my critiques, but let's talk about the positives. He made some really impressive throws in this one, I thought. Something like this, it's going to be a cover one man play. You see the route on the screen. totally a route that can work against this coverage, right? This is definitely something where running over the middle will be a good angle for Love to make the throw. Watch how Love takes a snap. He reads the play and throws in that direction, but this is pretty good defense. I mean, that's kind of always the difficult thing, right? Is sometimes you make a read and it makes sense to make that read, but then a defender is making a good play, and now all of a sudden that read looks less good. But Love is still going to try to fit the ball through that window. It's 3rd and 7. Got to get the ball down the field. And as you see, that's exactly what he does. I mean, that was a perfect throw. That was exactly where he wanted to put it. I mean, that was just really good stuff there from Jordan Love, I thought. And this is what he was doing pretty consistently in this game. Like, this one definitely gets you excited if you're a Packers fan. Because, like, look, what was the issue with the Packers last year? It was this stuff, hitting on this stuff. Receiver running deep down the field in a one-on-one situation. You got to hit it. The Packers really struggled with that last year until Christian Watson came along and made it a lot easier. And while I think a lot of the issues last year weren't Rodgers' fault, it was the receivers not getting open. Still, a quarterback has an impact on that, and let's see what Love is going to do in this situation. So, Love takes the snap. He is going to decide to throw the ball in that direction. It is a pure one-on-one matchup, and you have a window to make this throw. So it's all going to come down to, can Love get the ball where he needs to get it? And the answer is, I would say that's still a good throw. Dobbs wasn't able to keep his feet in bounds. You could argue it was a tad too far. I don't know, though. I think that was a fine play. I don't think that, not being able to keep your feet in bounds was because of the throw itself. I would consider that an accurate throw from Jordan Love. Again, you could disagree if you want to. It could have been a little bit further down the field for sure, but it's in the area where he gave his receiver a chance and it just didn't work out. To me, I would say that's a good play. Also, this one was very good, where it's going to be similar to the play I showed you a couple plays ago now, where you have a receiver in man coverage running a route over the middle. Watch how Jordan Love takes a snap. He runs a play action right here. Good job. I believe that was A.J. Dillon after running the play action, being able to finish off a block. Good stuff there. Throws the ball down the field. I know it's blurry, but take my word for it. It is not very open. This is another one of those mailbox type of plays that they're expecting Love to be able to do. This is not an easy throw. So again, being able to make difficult throws, there's obviously a ton of value in that. When you evaluate quarterbacks, their ability to put the ball through tight windows is one of the main things you're looking for, and Love certainly has that ability. I mean, watch how that is an accurate throw, and they get a touchdown out of it. That's a good play from Jordan Love, and these are the kind of things that get you excited if you're a Packers fan. He has shown tendency to just consistently hit on throws over and over and over again. Has he done it consistently? We haven't seen him play consistently. So, there usually are some nitpicks I have in basically every performance he's played so far, but at the same time, that's gonna happen. He's a young player, and just in general, even if you're, a great player in having a great game, you're usually not great on every single snap, right? So we just need to get a bigger sample size of Jordan Love. But so far in the preseason, he's looked like an NFL starting caliber quarterback. That's what he's looked like in the preseason. Will he look like that in the regular season? Well, we'll have to wait and see. But so far, I would say that this was an imperfect performance by Love, but an overall good one is how I view it. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. What were your thoughts on Jordan Love and his performance in this one? Always love hearing from you. And of course, as always, thanks for watching.